Look, we tastemakers, groundbreakers. We crown shakers, moved us out the margin with writing, that's how we found paper. Hustle nature, since we was riding back on them scooter razors. Had no stable footage since then, I've been the earthquaker. Brown sugar and cinnamon, don't think that I'm the greatest, I just settle for the synonyms. Hey, they wonder what's got it into him. I took a couple losses, I'm trying to win again.
Yo, what up, squad? I have a confession that I need to make. I have been gaming on my PlayStations for 5+ years, man, all wrong, and today it is finally time for a change. When it comes to my OG PS5, it's been over 5 years I've been gaming on that, 1.5 years with my PS5 Slim, and 3 months with this bad boy right here, which is the PS5 Pro. But with each one of these gaming consoles, y'all, when it comes to my personal gaming setup right over here, low-key, kind of ashamed to even tell y'all this, but listen, we family, so I feel like I can tell y'all this. I've only been gaming off of my TV speakers. I know, cook me in the comments, I can take it, all right? All of that's gonna change because we're gonna be swapping out my Sony A80L1 speaker for the Bravia 7, which will actually be my first time gaming on a mini LED QLED TV because I normally be gaming on OLED, but I'm curious to see if mini LED can actually hold up. Now y'all can stop cooking me down in the comments because we finally got in some speakers, all right? Let me show you what we got.
Yep, Dbrand is today's top sponsor. Let me show you 2 products they got here to offer. The first one up was manufactured by the robots. It's called Aperture. It fits with Apple Vision Pro spots. It's sleek and never interfere with sensors. Made with polyurethane on the exterior. Even got designer Kyle name with his signature. It gets better because this next product fits on you. Let me show you. This the battery with the holster. Clip it to your hip. It stays in place like a poster. Leave it in at night and you can charge it from the socket. No need to ever disrespect your pants with the pocket. Now if you're interested, check the links below and pick you up a pair for your Apple Vision Pro. Thanks again, Dbrand, for sponsoring the show. Hit that like button and let's get back to the video, squad.
Now, I got in the Bravia Theater Bar 9. I don't even know, honestly, how they did it, but this bad boy has 13 freaking speakers that's built in with Dolby Atmos. Now, this is gonna give me all of that 360-degree cinema style surround sound of just everything going everywhere, all right? And no, we did not stop there. No, sir, no, we didn't. We got in the RS5s right here, man, which is gonna give me my rear speakers, man, that are wireless with a built-in battery that can give me up to 10 hours. Needless to say, this bad boy is gonna last through a couple gaming sessions, all right? It wouldn't be complete if I didn't have that bass, if I didn't have that thump, if I didn't have that ba-dum-ba-dum, all right? Whenever Kratos is doing what Kratos does. So what we've added in here, y'all, is the SW5 wireless subwoofer. That's literally gonna take my PS5 gaming to just a whole nother freaking level, man. Watch me get all of this stuff taken down by myself. Hopefully get this dream gaming setup going. Shout out to Sony too, man, for sending out all of this dope stuff my way. Let's go ahead and let's get to it. Let's go.
Destiny was written in, coming with a different scent, coming with a different stench. Smelling like greatness and I spray it every day, that's the latest.
The world been moving crazy all around me. I was hiding in my feelings, then you found me. I'm just too aware of my surroundings. Looking at the blessings I've been counting. The world been moving crazy all around me. I was hiding in my feelings, then you found me. I'm just too aware of my surroundings. I've been looking at the blessings I've been counting.
Look, I've been counting my blessings, but still stuck in my thoughts. Here I go, stuck in my head again. Daily I've been looking for some peace, what would you recommend? Have a couple drinks, go to sleep, then reset again. That's everything I'm better than, but everything I'm used to. Sticking to the basics got me looking for a new glue, looking for a new crew, looking for a new outlet that doesn't sacrifice my self-respect. I don't know all the steps that I'm taking, still walking through it. Hope I find a shawty that really listens and talk me through it. Oftentimes we end up smashing in love and lust. They asking for my heart, don't give it, it's hard to trust. Consider that a plus and minus the complications. Feel like everyone's the same, internet and mutations. While all the weak get the highest of the praises. Man, it's messing with my patience.
俺の鎧壊れておる。だがあれだけありがたい。誰が歯を研いでおった？武士か？やめろ
Let's go. Let's go. All right, y'all. So it's been a couple days, man, since I actually finished this entire setup here because I just got tired. I wanted to kind of come back here, man, and just talk to you guys about my experience with just setting this whole thing up right here and just kind of how it's been since I've set up this entire kind of 360-degree audio ultimate PlayStation gaming setup here. Now, in my personal opinion, man, when it comes to the TV in itself, because I really want to start there because I feel like that is the main focal point in this entire setup that I got going, right? Now, when it comes to the TV, I feel like the video quality, I'm gonna be real with y'all, man, the video quality on this TV is fire. Now, one of the things that I do like about the TV as far as the quality goes, especially coming from an OLED and trying mini LED for the first time, mini LED, man, on the Bravia 7 surprised me in more ways than I even thought it would actually do it. The reason why I say that is because for me, one of the things that I love about OLED TVs is the deep level of blacks that you do get. But one of the things that I noticed with the mini LED is I feel like I still get that same level of black that I'm pretty much getting on an OLED, right? The other thing is that I do like about mini LED somewhat over LED is the fact of the screen brightness. If you guys, I would say, let's say you guys have your setup in an area that has a bunch of windows or like in the living room or someplace like that, then I would probably go mini LED over an OLED just for the simple fact of you're gonna get way more screen brightness out of it. Now, to be fair and to be honest with you guys, the only window that I have in my space right here is this window that's right here behind me. So I don't have a ton of light, or I guess natural light that comes into this space to necessarily warrant having a mini LED in this space over something like an OLED. But in my opinion, man, I honestly feel like the levels of blacks that we do get in a mini LED is just as comparable to an OLED at a fraction of the cost, in my opinion. Now, when it also comes to this TV here, one of the things I want to talk about is the audio perspective of this TV, right? Because when it came down to setting up the soundbar that I have, the two speakers that I have here in the back and it's behind me, the fact that I can use the TV in itself as a center channel without necessarily using the components inside of the soundbar for that, and I can dedicate those for other audio components inside of this soundbar, and I can just have the TV as my center channel, is fire, y'all. Because the crazy thing is, when I was doing some testing and different things like that, I was kind of concerned. I was like, well, will the sound a little different because it's coming from the TV versus coming from the soundbar? And to be honest, it doesn't, man. It is a seamless transition using the TV as a center channel and then using your soundbar as your left and your right. And then again, you have your rear left and right as well. Audio quality, man, within this setup has literally changed the game for me when it came to just gaming in general on my PlayStation within the setup, man. Like playing COD, I've played COD several amounts of times, man. I've played this thing wearing all different types of headphones. You guys know I am a huge fan of Audeze. I'm a huge fan of SteelSeries as well as the Astro A40s. Out of those being some of my favorite gaming headphones, including the H9s, which I'm a huge fan of, I still don't feel that sense of immersion like I get whenever I have a 360-degree surround sound 5.1 setup here, man. Even with the subwoofer that I have down here, man, I just feel like you get that deep level of bass. Like if, for example, if I'm throwing a grenade or a frag out or some type of explosion goes off, you can feel it inside of the room and inside of the game, and it just feels like you're more immersed into the game when you have a setup that's like this, man. So in my opinion, if you guys are looking for the ultimate PS5 Pro gaming setup, you 100% need to get these speakers right here. Now, one of the things I do want to talk about, because again, even with audio, and I kind of want to mention this in this video here, that I've somewhat experienced with this TV here, when I'm turning up the volume sometimes, it seems like the TV and the speaker system kind of gets lost on what the audio volume should be. Because sometimes it'll stutter from like 31 to like 40 and it'll just jump. And then sometimes I'll be like, okay, well, I don't want it that high. And then I'll turn it down and then it jumps down to like 21. And I'm still trying to figure out the audio thing. Something is going on with whenever I'm turning on the system and I'm trying to adjust the volume, it just seems to like jump these crazy ranges. And I haven't necessarily been able to figure that part out yet. So hopefully over time, I'll be able to kind of figure that out. And I'll definitely drop a comment down below if I have found out a solution to this. The other thing here, man, that I do want to point out is these rear speakers, just over time that I've been using them, they sound freaking amazing, y'all. Like I'm talking the audio quality coming out of these are top tier, man. Like I'm talking some of the best audio that I've heard out of rear speakers. And I have a whole Clips audio sound system that is right outside of this door right here, right? So my testing with these is, as far as from the rear speakers here, I would say they are a go for sure. The only thing is that you need to make sure that you have an understanding of is that these are battery powered. So you will have to recharge these speakers here. Also, the other thing that I found out that I wish there was a way to try to figure that out, but I figure they do this to try to help save on battery power. But I wish there was a way I can turn on my entire speaker system, which I have it plugged into the ARC port on the back of my TV, which that works fine with my soundbar because that obviously is plugged in directly. But when we're talking about my rear speakers here, I wish there was a way whenever I turn on the TV, it automatically turns these speakers on too. But what I've been having to do with these speakers, unless there's a way that I just don't know how to do it, but right now I have to individually turn on each one of these rear speakers before I actually want to be able to use them. And again, I get that because maybe it's a way for them, again, to be able to help save on battery life because you do get 10 hours each on each one of these speakers right here. I guess with that being said, they're probably like, well, maybe we can just turn these off and leave it up to the user to be able to turn these on to be able to help conserve on battery, which again, I get, but I still wish there was a way that whenever I turn this on, these also come on. But what I did realize is when I turn them off, they also turn off. But yeah, I haven't been able to get it to where they turn on with it. But nonetheless, man, I would just say overall from this TV and audio setup that I have, man, I am 100% happy with this setup, man. I think this is probably one of the best setups that I've ever had in a gaming space, man. And you guys have seen it in the montage that I showed. But man, I'm trying to tell you, man, if you are looking for and it don't even have to be from your PS5 Pro. You can have an OG PS5, you can have a PS5 Slim. All in, man, it is going to be just an immersive experience, man, when it comes to gaming. And I've tested all kind of games. God of War, I tested with, sounds amazing on. Played Last of Us on it, really sound amazing on that one. Ghost of Tsushima sounded crazy, looked good on it as well. And I just think overall, man, this is a solid setup. But Call of Duty was by far one of my favorites, man, to play because you literally hear the bullets going everywhere, man. It just sounds crazy. Now, one thing that I did forget to point out when it comes to the TV here is the movie watching capabilities, because whenever you guys are watching movies, man, watching movies on this TV here looks damn good. But again, I feel like you don't really get that feeling of when you're watching a good movie if you don't have the proper audio and sound system. Because for the longest, man, like I told you guys with my A80L, I was watching a lot of those movies with just the TV speakers and they sounded good. Like I'm not gonna sit up here and act like it wasn't good by any means because again, this space is not that big of a space. But when you add a proper audio system, man, to your setup, bro, listen. The movie watching is on a whole nother level in this joint, man. And it just sounds really good, man. I highly recommend it for sure. But I appreciate you guys watching, man. If you guys want to learn more about it, man, I will have links to everything that was in this video down in the description section below if you guys want to pick it up for yourself. Like I said, man, I highly recommend it. Each of the links, I will say, they are an affiliate link, so you do support the channel. Just want to be upfront and honest with you guys about that. But all in all, man, I highly recommend the Bravia 7 for sure. If you guys are a PlayStation gamer out there, man, I think it is a dope setup for you guys to have everything just kind of running within the Sony ecosystem, man. And this is just, Man, this is so crazy, man, because to be honest, y'all, this is a blessing to just be able to have this kind of stuff like this within my setup. But just know, y'all, it's about to be a whole lot of gaming going down up in here when it comes to this PlayStation, man, as well as the Bravia 7 and this whole sound system that I got. But other than that, man, I will see y'all in the next one, man. Appreciate you guys watching. Happy gaming, squad. We out.